Donald Trump's laid into the New York Times again, this time after an article about US cyber attacks on Russia's electric power grid. RT's senior correspondent Murad Gazdiev's got more for you.
It's difficult to pinpoint who declared this war, but it is a war. No missiles, no armies, just articles, tweets, and a whole lot of hate. The failing New York Times versus demagogue Trump. The first battle took place before Trump was even president. They fought, the candidate and the pundits, over objectivity. It was the first to fall in this bitter war.
If you're a working journalist and you believe that Donald J. Trump is a demagogue playing to the nation's worst racist and nationalistic tendencies, that he cozies up to anti-American dictators, and that he would be dangerous with control of the United States nuclear codes, how the heck are you supposed to cover him?
You'd think the obvious answer would be keeping your opinions to yourself and doing your job, staying professional. This is war. Things like honesty and impartiality only get in the way. The NYT even went against its own neutrality Bible.
Writers and editors should guard against word choices that undermine neutrality. If one politician is firm or resolute, an opponent should not be rigid or dogmatic. If one country in a conflict has a leadership, while the other has a regime, impartiality suffers.
In those days, the NYT reported, but Trump, he destroyed them. From the ashes rose a new New York Times. And these days, they no longer just report.
He's so persistently lied. I do think, to be frank, he changed us. I think we're different as a result of Donald Trump.
Once you break some barriers, there's no going back. That's it. They're gone. The New York Times headlines became the yin to Trump's Twitter yang. Trump lies. He lies, he cheats, he tells falsehoods. They mock Trump for his 10,000 lies. I mean, this isn't journalism, this isn't reporting. This is a personal vendetta, just like Trump's. Tweet after tweet accusing the New York Times of lying, of deception, of treason. Most recent incident, a story about the US hacking Russia's power grid, made up, says the president.
Do you believe that the failing New York Times just did a story stating that the US is substantially increasing cyber attacks on Russia? This is a virtual act of treason by a once great paper. These are true cowards and without doubt the enemy of the people.
Enemy of the people. They don't like that. Out of all the things Trump called them, that's perhaps what hurts the most.
Enemy of the people is not just a tossed-off line that sounds good in a tweet. It is a particularly pernicious phrase with a deep history. No president has ever uttered those words in public.
What a sight, huh? The President of the United States and once proud journalists virtually acting childishly. Then again, perhaps this is healthy, good for everyone else. I mean, the both of them and others, the elites, as they call themselves, really needed to be taken down a notch.
He has been running against elites his entire business and now his political career, and that includes us.
A footnote to this story: didn't take long for the New York Times to fire a salvo of tweets back at the president. According to the newspaper, the US president's administration had seen the article before it was published, with Trump's own national security officials expressing no concern, they say, about the content.